What's up, everybody? I made it through the storm. I'm back in time. Hooah. All right. Anyways, now that that's over, this is the final showdown of round 3. So this is going to put our last person in that we need in round 4. So tonight's winner will be going up against the Whiskey Shaman on April 2nd. And without any further ado, let's see who we got. We got a Chelsey and a Drew, and now I got to switch you two guys around. Look at
that. Yeah, alphabetical order.
No, so like your logo is on this side, so I put you above that, and Chelsea's over here, so I put her above that. That's what I try to do, anyways. I wish I could just like know when I add to the thing where it would pop up, and what depending on the order that I put it up in, but it doesn't seem to matter. So. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Hanging in there. I'm happy to be done delivering babies. So,
I bet you the moms are too.
Yeah, when they see this walk into the room, it scares them. So,
I thought you were going to go somewhere totally different with that. I really did.
I mean, whatever your mind goes, believe it, because that's probably true.
Oh boy. All right. So who do we got here? We got Southern Bourbon Addict Drew, aka Timu McDreamy, and I hope you all get the reference.
Chelsey, great job tonight. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
He does kind of look a little bit like a cut rate Patrick Dempsey, I guess. If he had a little more hair, he'd probably be there.
Yeah, low budget.
Yeah, low budget Patrick Dempsey. I like that. Yeah.
Like if you had a remake and only had $100 to your name, you'd hire me.
Drew, I'd hire you if I had
a real life doctor experience. Look at that.
Yeah, I can just consult. How about that?
There you go. And Chelsey, how are you?
Staying busy. I'm a manager at a federal agency, so as you can imagine, my life is pretty hectic right now.
Yeah, probably for about another month yet, just shy of.
Oh, I would say at least 6 more months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that okay.
It's gonna be a little wild, so we'll
with the changeover.
I'm happy to have a job. I'll just say that.
Perfect. Aren't we all?
Yep.
Anywho, all right. So yeah, Chelsey, it's been since January 15th we saw you.
Yep.
That's a long time.
It is. These things are spaced out with as many folks as you have participating.
I know. I like the 32 in it, but it does stretch it out quite a ways in between shows sometimes. It's getting a little bit quicker now that we're getting in towards the end here. But
yeah. I've been the last one for each round, so they've all been like.
Yeah, you were February 19th. Drew,
yeah,
was the last time we saw you.
Yeah, so, yeah. Before that we were the last one was Rum Diaries.
Yeah. There was a sample mishap. I think what happened is I sent it to the wrong address on hers. I sent it to her previous address and not her new address. I think that's what happened. So somebody's they're sitting there drinking these things, going just insane trying to find out what they are. So that's my hopes. If somebody ever gets some of these samples, they like absolutely love one and would love to buy it, but they can never figure out what it is.
Well, if they're smart, they kept the address on there and we'll send you a letter. Yeah, I accidentally got these and somehow they opened and poured out.
Yeah. They accidentally opened and poured out into a glass. And so I figured why waste it? And long story short, I really like sample number 2. What was that?
Not Detling.
Not Detling. I don't know. It might have been. I don't even remember what.
It was the Andalusia Rick House.
Oh yeah. Okay. I do not remember. Like, obviously, I know what samples you got because I had to look and do it. But if I don't write down what they are, there is zero chance that I would remember what anybody ever had.
Not with that collection sitting behind you.
Just yeah, the space between shows and all that stuff. So, all right, guys, go ahead, get into sample number one. You can open and pour them all if you'd like. Just don't lose track of which one's which. Sample number one. Yeah, you like the color on that one, Drew?
I like the smell on it already.
That's good. Good news.
Are you a Scotch guy, or are you more just bourbon?
Bourbon rye is what I kind of got into first, but I'm starting to expand into single malts now.
Okay.
I just bought the Courage and Conviction Virginia Distilling Company, the Bushmills 12, and yeah, they're pretty good.
I like that you used the term just single malts. You didn't say Scotch. You didn't say this. You just said single malts, i.e., could be Irish, could be Scottish, could be American, whatever. I like that you use that term. All right.
Yeah.
So while you guys are getting into it, I'm going to do some roll call, but
different,
go ahead,
so.
Drew. Go ahead. What?
So they're all different. So, I mean, I got to try them all.
They're all different.
Got a FOMO about them all, you know?
You do. FOMO Drew. That's
FOMO
what I
Drew.
should have called you. I struggled with what to call you last night.
I should have put that on my name.
You are kind of like the FOMO king.
I am, yeah. Now it's just more or less like I'm just playing the role.
Yeah, now it's funny business, but all right. A little bit of roll call. We got Whiskey Addict Mike in the house. First one here. Thank you, sir. Smoke Bash Joe is here. Brian is on vacation. And I think, I don't know if he's at his destination yet, but he will watch the show later. He's headed down to Louisiana, New Orleans, I think.
I know, and I'm not even there.
We got Rough Spirits in the house. Caesar is here. We got a Georgette Neck. I'm assuming
That's my mom.
that's Chelsea's mom. That's awesome. I love that. Hi, Chelsea's mom. Thank you for coming in.
Welcome to the shit show.
Watch your language. There's a mother present.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're a military family. She's heard it all. And she's
or.
prior military too, so
Probably
she's
worse.
said it all.
Yeah.
She probably heard worse in the first week of boot camp.
Yep.
All right. We got a Patty in the house. Thank you, Patty. Spicy Strawberries here. Literally, she's a live studio audience. Whiskey Deke is here, scoping out his next competition.
I thought that was Shaman.
It is, but Whiskey Deke is also in, I'm sorry, I should say next possible competition. He is on the other side of the bracket from you guys. So if he wins, he will be in the final. And then whoever wins tonight goes up against Randall. And if whoever wins tonight wins in that one, will be in the final. So he's just scoping things out, making sure he knows what's possible here. Joe says, nice porn stash, Drew. Like it. I agree.
I think it's pretty nice.
We got the what are you drinking questions. Losing track of what I'm doing here.
What are you drinking?
Whiskey Franco's in the house. Thank you, buddy. Got a Corey in the house. Hi, Corey. All right. Chat is minimal tonight. I am currently drinking. I'm still on the Irish kick. I know St. Patty's Day is over now, but we are just past it. And I am drinking the 13-year Gold Spot.
I really like that Bushmills.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish they would bottle it a little bit higher, like 46.
I feel like it took away
Even 43 would be okay, but
I feel like it took away from the finish, like it being bottled at 80.
I'm feeling like this first one is too easy, so I must be missing something.
too easy.
Yeah, like it's hitting the basic stuff, and I feel like I'm probably missing something weird that's going on.
My friend Bill, how are you doing, sir? Long time no see. Glad you're here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So I don't know if anybody caught the typo in the intro video, but I caught it at 15 minutes to showtime, and there was I tried fixing it and rendering it out, but it wasn't going to render in time, so it had to go with the typo in it.
I didn't catch it. What was it?
I left the word "to" in there when it didn't need to be there because I had changed some stuff around, and
Wow.
it was late night mode last night, and yeah.
That's an easy word to read over and not realize it was even there.
Great job, Germ.
I know.
Great job.
I have failed, and it's yeah.
This one's interesting. I'm getting like a chocolate note in it.
Chocolate's a good note.
For something this light, I should not be getting that note in it.
Why not?
It's not congruent to what I think.
It's a $12 word, Drew.
Sometimes I use doctored words.
Yes, Spicy, nobody know. Well, I'm sure somebody noticed, but I noticed. I do, Bill. I need a production assistant and an editor. That's what I need.
I guess I'll use that.
Are you ready to mispronounce some Scotch names today?
Me? No. Lamp frog.
I feel like mispronouncing Scotch distilleries or words is like obviously it's uniquely American, but I feel like we do it on purpose almost.
Honestly,
some of these are pretty. These are not things that we would expect to say that way.
No, and letters don't make sense when they go together. And
well, it's like Brooke Lottie. It's like Brooke Lottie. If I wouldn't have been hanging out with you guys, I would have been like, what is Bruick
Laddick?
Yeah, fuck is that?
It's definitely not the way I would have said that.
Especially Lefroy.
Not even close.
I had no idea how to say that, and I can't read, so. Oh no, this one's throwing me for a little loop. I can't figure out what it is.
Well, that's good. That makes me feel a little better. Chelsey said it was easy, so I was getting a little nervous.
Well,
I said it was too easy.
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's whether or not this is what I think it is or not. It's throwing me for a loop. If I'm like psyching myself out. All right, I'm ready whenever.
I am too.
You both are ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, Chelsey, we are going to start with you.
Okay.
Generic category, and then just go ahead and go down your list.
Okay. Single malt. 90. Used. Scottish single malt. And I'll go with 90 for specific. Dang, I said I was ready. I know I've got two things written here for the specific casking. Go with Madeira. And then I'll skip the age. And then here I go attempting to mispronounce something.
Do it. Do it.
Glen Morangi. Bacalta.
All right, Drew, what do you got?
Oh Lord. Single malt. Used casking only. I went for 92 proof. And instead of Scottish single malt, I said American single malt. I'm sticking to the 92 proof. And for casking, I put ex bourbon and stout ? So I'm gonna just go with that. For specific bottle or specific company, Virginia Distilling, and the stout cast finish.
Perfect.
I actually wrote 92 down for my specific two and then scratched it out and went back and just did 90 for both.
Oh, that's why you were laughing.
We're both in the same.
Yeah. I was like, wait, does she think I'm just trying to one up her?
No.
I'm just going up 1%.
All right. My friends, go ahead, get into sample number 2.
Well, this seems very exciting. Oh, hello.
This is a great side quest, Bill. You let me know if you complete this side quest.
Whew. She's a little spicy.
A little spicy. And the Whiskey Shaman is here. How you doing, Whiskey Shaman? Now this one is definitely scoping out his next competition.
All right, what in the world is that?
It's interesting. It's got a not like a nectarine or something. Peach.
Yeah. Like peach rings.
Ooh.
It's very fruity.
I like that note a lot, Drew.
It's like the artificial peach ring, and that's like my favorite candy.
You know, what's funny is I don't like that candy. I actually really like it. However, I love that nose and that taste in a whiskey.
Maybe because in whiskey it's not actually artificial.
Right.
So it's like the real life version is better.
Yeah. You know, Marshall, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad you asked. I have a perfect answer for you.
Apricot, yes.
That's where you go when you're in Wisconsin and you're looking for a whiskey.
Wow, what a setup!
That was a really good assisted segue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'll call it right there. All right. What do you besides the peach rings? What are you getting? And a spicy boy,
Mhm.
not to be confused with spicy boys chicken sandwiches.
It's very rye forward.
Yeah.
Very rye.
Like I got a little bit of kind of maybe, and this is just me kind of going out on a limb, kind of like that Midwestern grain note.
I see Chelsea's going through the list back there. I like it.
Yeah. Just trying to like jog my memory. Because I've tasted something with a similar like fruity feel before, but I can't remember what it was. This is pretty unique.
Chelsea, if it jogs your memory, just say it out loud.
Drew over here trying to sneak into some answers or something.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
I think you froze.
Okay, I'm back.
It looked like you were just staring into my soul saying, fuck you.
She may have been. I mean,
well, yeah. It was a good trick.
Just say it out loud. Scream it.
Drew,
What the
Corey
answer?
is asking you, Drew, if it is a dill rye.
No.
Not
No.
that kind of rye.
No.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
And it's
Now,
not
it may be dilly dilly.
It's more like high rye bourbon. I mean, I don't know if it is a high rye bourbon, but it's got more of that sweet feel to it. Man.
Our friend Adrian is at the Beyonce concert tonight.
That doesn't surprise me. She likes her music.
She loves her music.
She does.
Mhm.
She's a aficionado.
Mary J. Blige concert. That's right.
Oh, okay. That makes even more sense.
I mean, I'm doubting she would pass the chance to go to either one. But Mary J. Blige does make much more sense. At least I know something that she's made.
Right.
What did I do? Ah. See, I didn't know that. I'm not either. So actually, secretly, I'm a closet Beyonce fan.
I think I'd rather pull out my own teeth.
I really like this one, but I don't like this one. From a trying to guess the points and all this stuff.
Yes.
Man.
You know, this gold spot is really good. I do not think it's $270 good. I think they've gotten out of hand with their pricing on the spot whiskeys. However, the special edition green spots still come in right at $100, and that's absolutely perfect for them.
What was that Powers, the one that you the one that was in our sample was like John's Lane or something like that.
Powers John's Lane. Yep.
Yeah. I went looking for that one. I couldn't find it.
You
So-
couldn't find John's Lane?
Mm-mm.
That's weird. That's very readily available in almost all markets. So, how many stores did you check?
5.
Do you have something big like a Total Wine or something like that there?
Yeah, I didn't go to that one.
Okay. Try that.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know
why
what else you.
That's why I ended up buying the Bushmills because I wanted an Irish whiskey for St. Patty's Day. Okay.
Hey, I can't blame you there. That's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing.
And I was like,
and you did really good on picking up the Bushmills 12. That's a great start into the Bushmills single malt. The 10 year's decent. It lacks a little bit where the 12 kind of picks up what the 10 lacks a little bit, but gas strength Bushmills single malt that's the cat's meow.
I bet that would have been good cash strength.
Yeah. I think that 12 would be great at 46. I think it would be almost perfect at 46. But alas, they do silly things over there.
Beggars
All right.
can't be choosers.
Now I am moving on to the Teeling Black Pits. Peated single malt from Teeling.
Heated.
And a Sauternes cast finish. I forgot about that.
I am ready.
Chelsey is ready. Drew, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so.
This,
You don't
this
sound
feels,
very
This
confident,
feels like a
does it?
low score to to start with.
Yeah.
This one's, I don't know.
And if it's what I think it is, I'm always like in between. So, all right.
Well, you get to go first. So, what do you got?
So I'm saying bourbon, new and used. For generic proof, I said 105. Specific finished bourbon, if that's a category. And for casking, I put new and brandy. Specific proof, I put 105.4. Distillery, driftless, and then the bottle finished in apricot brandy barrels.
Got it.
We've got some similarities.
All right, Chelsey.
I also went bourbon, but I said 120. New and used. For specific category, I just said high rye bourbon. 118 for the specific. And then for casking, I did, it's whatever the orange infused sherry ones, the Naranja. And then also said driftless Glen, but went with the Naranja bottle.
Either we're going to be very similar and we're going to go to a
Way off.
tiebreaker.
Both be way off.
Yeah.
You wait a minute. You both went driftless Glen for your distillery. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
We're actually
I thought I had one where
there was somebody.
the same as someone or the
There
same
was.
we're actually texting each other on the side right now saying, what do you think?
for the same thing.
Collusion.
Collusion
Just
between you two.
I did that for Martin.
My family would be so disappointed if I did that.
Collusion, Martin. Collusion.
All right. And go ahead, dip into sample number 3.
And this is where I lose.
Smell that, Pete?
I was like, this is where I lose.
Ooh, that's good though.
No, Patty. I said Teeling Black Pits. But close. Whiskey House Pub House was here. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in. Guys, go check him out. YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Whiskey House Pub House.
You know, as much as I thought I had an aversion to peat, like back when I tried peated whiskey, I'm actually really enjoying the smell of it now.
Yeah, this one's really good.
Peat is one of those things like, okay, so obviously there's a point, place, and time where people enjoy it to a certain degree, and you're like, okay, now I want you to try this crazy shit. When you haven't had any, when you are barely dabbling into malt whiskey, your bourbon, your rye, all that stuff, not to say that some people that have never had it just don't fall in love with it immediately. That does happen. But to throw some crazy wild peated whiskey at them right off the bat and not like kind of ease them into it, it's just a disservice to whiskey, because then they go on for the next how many ever years. I hate Scotch. I hate peated whiskey. I hate that, and it's not 100% accurate, but their first experience was very bad. So therefore they don't want to try another one.
I think that's where I was. But this one's really good. Holy shit. I'm starting to sound like Rob. Everything tastes good.
There's no bad whiskey out there.
I don't know about that.
Well, so
there's stuff that I don't want to drink.
Absolutely. There's somebody at some point in time has liked every whiskey that's out there. At least one person has liked it enough to put it in a bottle.
I mean, didn't we talk about Beaver Anus at one point?
Huh?
Didn't we talk about Beaver Anus at one point on one of these shows?
But it did.
Yeah, that was my last episode. The other
that was your
guys talking. I was staying out of that. Those words are not coming out of my mouth.
But it was good enough for somebody that said, "I like this. I'm going to put it in a bottle." So they did like it.
Or the crab leg flavored one.
Crab trapper. I mean, realistically, there is bad whiskey out there, but somebody finds that bad whiskey appealing. So for me to crap on it is not justifiable. I don't like it. It's not for me. That's a good way to say that. But
tell me more, Jared. How does it make you feel?
You're Dr. Drew.
Doing your, I was going to say, doing your therapy rotation now?
God, I'm so glad we don't have to do psych. We get that enough in our ER anyway, so. I think in one weekend, I had 6 different people that we committed and sent to a psychiatric hospital.
I mean, only 6? It's Florida.
Only 6 in our neck of the woods, but
yeah, those numbers seem pretty light for where you're at. Speaking of numbers, number 10, 10th Mountain Whiskey. Check them out at 10thwhiskey.com. Check them out in Vail, Colorado, if you're ever visiting. They are shipping to 42 states and counting. They are distributed in 32 states in retail locations and counting. They are making bourbon, they're making rye, they're making single malt, brandies, cordials, potato vodka, and a little bit of moonshine. So guys, go over to 10thwhiskey.com, scope out the website, see what they're all about. They do some really cool stuff with veterans and all kinds of philanthropy for veterans. So very good company. I would highly advise checking out their rye whiskey, checking out their single malt whiskey. I personally have not had their bourbon, but if you see that, check that out too.
It's good.
Whiskey.com. And also to our friends over at Bourbon with Friends. Talking all kinds of stuff, spirits, whiskey, all that stuff. There's some squirrels going on in there. Brian, Martin, Adrian, and the editor Joe. We can't forget Joe. They're available to listen to or watch anywhere where you can listen to podcasts on, or at YouTube, at Bourbon with Friends on YouTube, at BWF Podcast on Instagram. Guys, go check them out. Their podcast is really fun to listen to. They do get some amazing guests on. Their episodes release on Monday, so perfect drive to work, background listening, and yeah, good podcast. Check it out, guys. Bourbon with Friends.
Bourbon with Friends.
Bourbon with Friends.
Why do they have to have friends?
Well, because bourbon without friends, sad.
Loser.
But single malt without friends is just fine. So, there you go.
I'm almost there.
Marshall, I didn't even see this, but funny. Yes, guys, take your time. I'm not rushing you. Take your time. Get the answers you want. Yes, I'm not beyond accepting the bribes. However, they may not actually benefit you in any way, shape, or form. Dylan, the U.S. Smallcraft. Yeah, I couldn't remember his handle. He has tried to bribe me several times by sending me samples in the mail. And the samples are fantastic, but he has never succeeded in bribery yet. So please, though, continue to try, everybody. No, actually don't. I have a cabinet full of samples, and I cannot take any more samples at the moment.
Didn't you send the list on the?
Yeah, I sent the list.
I don't know.
You didn't respond, so it should just be the link for the stream, the list, and the guest sheet.
Oh, there's the list. Okay.
If you're scrolling backwards, by the way.
Well, I was looking in the chat.
Oh, yeah, no, I sent it to you personally. I try not to put all that stuff in the big chats. It gets lost really easy if people start chatting in. I knew Jep the Creed was going to come up when we were talking about no bad whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Martin, you should be saying that they were a guest on your podcast. Now everyone else can talk shit.
All right. Let's see.
Corey, background listening is really important, especially while driving. Obviously driving, you need to focus on what you're doing driving, but to have something good and enjoyable in the background is very important. Background listening is not a knock in any way, shape, or form.
Mm.
I'm ready.
Chelsey's ready. Drew, are you ready?
Might as well be. I'm just going to change my answers when she says the bottle guess anyway. So, wow, we had the same thing.
That's crazy.
That's the thing I'm least likely to get right. So
All right, Chelsey.
I don't know if I would change that answer.
Run them down. What do you got?
All right. So single malt.
Okay.
92. Used. Scottish single malt, 92 again. Sherry casking. And then I went with Ardbeg Anao, A-N-A-O.
N-O is the pronunciation.
N-O. All right.
Oh my gosh. Chelsey, I swear to God, you see my hands. They're right here.
Did you pick the same bottle?
Same distiller.
Oh, well, that's not too surprising. I mean, if you're trying to pick out one that's a peated option, like there's a few distilleries that stick out. So,
see, thinking on the same wavelength here.
All right,
That's
Drew,
why
what
I'm
do you
sitting
got?
here laughing because I'm like, oh gosh, she actually thinks I'm gonna do that. All right. So single malt for me. Used. I went down to 86 proof.
This is your generic. You froze a little bit there, so your generic is 86.
Yeah, generic.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't like miss a whole chunk of stuff there.
No. Scotch or Scottish single malt. For used casking, I just said ex bourbon. I'm sticking with the 86 proof. For distiller, I'm saying Ardbeg, and for the bottle, I said just the regular Ardbeg 10.
that was the other one I considered.
That'd have been hilarious if we'd have chose the same like distiller and bottle.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. As usual, my question to you is: out of the 3 samples, which one was your favorite?
I actually like them all, but I think I like number 2 the most because it was the most unique, at least for things that I've tried.
Chelsea's on number 2. Drew, what about you?
Yeah, I would say the same. It was very unique. I actually wanted to finish it, but I don't. But yeah, it was really good.
Now our palates are blown with that last one.
Yeah, now water tastes like scotch.
Hey,
It's a good thing.
Jesus turns water into wine. I turn water into peated scotch.
There we go.
I mean, all right. So we will start this reveal with sample number 2, since you both picked that as your favorite, which I think, Drew, you're playing the game here, and you're just saying that because you want to start with sample number 2.
No, that one was actually like the most unique, and I like that one the most.
Right on. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you liked it, and I will tell you why in a little bit. Thank you, Jason. All right. Sample number 2. Chelsey, Drew, you both said bourbon. Neither one of you are going to get a point on that. It is not bourbon. The generic proof or ABV, you said a 120 proof. Drew, you said 105 proof. Chelsey, you are going to take a point on that.
Wait, did I miss what you said for the category? Or
No, he didn't reveal.
I haven't said it yet.
You're skipping. Okay.
I just said it wasn't bourbon.
Okay.
Since you both guessed the same thing, I can get by and just say it's not bourbon.
Okay.
But Chelsey, you take a point on the generic proof at 120. Chelsey, for generic casking, you said new and used. Drew, you said new and used also. Neither one of you are going to get a point on that. It is used and used only.
No fucking way.
Chelsey, you said a high rye bourbon. Drew, you said a finished bourbon. So no points there because you both stayed in the bourbon category.
No.
It is actually an American single malt.
No way.
Interesting. It does not ring single malt at all.
No way.
Chelsey, you dropped your proof a little bit to 118. Drew, you went up just a scotch to 105.4, just a scotch.
This is coach.
Chelsey, you should have stayed at your 120. The proof is 120, 60%.
Damn. Okay. Shoot.
And your specific casking, Chelsey, was new and naranja or the orange sherry barrels. Drew, you said new and brandy. Both of you guys, excellent guesses. Obviously, you're getting some flavors on there that are pushing you into a finish on that. However, the casking on this is nothing but an X malt cask. So single malt went into a new cask, and then they refilled that cask with this single malt, and it aged for a while in just the X malt cask.
Wow. Okay.
You both said Driftless Glen for your distillery. Chelsey, you said the Naranja bottle. Drew, you said a brandy finished Driftless Glen, or the apricot brandy finished Driftless Glen. No points awarded to you there. The distillery is
Copperwork.
Wow, there we go. Copperworks.
Man, I knew I should have waited for those samples to come in. Damn.
Well, I didn't send them to you on purpose. Excuse me. This is a Copperworks special release. It is a single cask number 22-2. It is their 5 malt recipe. It is aged exclusively in a refill Copperworks American single malt whiskey cask. It is also 7 years and 7 months old. So beautiful little bottle, Copperworks. Great distillery. I know you guys kind of picked up the bourbon on it, but I'm betting now that you know that it is malt, you will probably start picking out some of those malt notes on it.
I didn't even, I still, like, I went and re-nosed it. And I don't smell it.
Still. Excellent.
What's the 5 malt?
5 malt, that just means like they use a couple different roast levels or a couple different strains of barley and kind of mix it all together. Copperworks is very cool about exploring with single varietals, and they'll make a bunch of whiskey runs out of one variety of barley, and then so on and so forth. So they're just fun to play with, and they give you a lot of good information on right there on the bottle. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So that one ends with a 1 point for Chelsey. So 1-0 in favor of Chelsey. Moving on, we're going to go to sample number 1. Sample number 1, Chelsey said, was too easy, so she was afraid she was missing something here. Chelsey, Drew, you both said single malt. You're both going to take a point on that. It is single malt. Chelsey, you said 90 proof. And man, did I wish you were using percentage, because if you would have said 45%, you would have been in the ±2. But at 90 proof, you are 4 proof points higher. And you said 92, so you're it is bottled at 43% or 86 proof. Asking, you both said used. Did you say weight? Oh, okay. So you both get a point on that. It is used casking. You both said, no, I'm sorry. Chelsey, you said Scottish single malt. Drew, you said American single malt. Chelsey, you're going to sneak a point out on that one.
God damn it.
You guys kept your proofs the same, so no points there. 90, 92. Again, we're at 43 or 86 proof. Chelsey, you said Madeira casking. Drew, you said ex-bourbon and stout. Neither one of you are going to get a point on that. It is ex-bourbon and sherry casking. Very limited sherry casking, but there is some in there. Exact distillery, Chelsey, you said Glenmoe or Glenmorangie. And the bottle was the Bacalta bottle. Drew, you said Virginia Distilling Company and their stout finished. No points there for you guys. The distillery is actually Nakdu. and the bottle is not 12-year.
Yeah, I have not even. That one wouldn't even have crossed my mind.
Right. Pretty obscure. It's very readily available. It's fairly inexpensive. It's a excellent little scotch.
Yeah, that one was.
It's one that I like to have around because it's very nice to drink and it's not expensive and it's fairly easy to replace when you want to replace it. So, but yes, obscure. Not many people really know about it. So that one ends at a 3-2 in favor of Chelsey. So after the 2 samples, we are at 4-2 for Chelsey.
Yeah, she won this one.
Well, you got sample number 3 yet.
I got one more to go.
Yeah, we're too similar.
Sample number 3. Chelsey and Drew, you both said single malt. You're both going to take a point on that. It is single malt. Chelsey, you said 92 proof. Drew, you said 86 proof. No points there. It is 48% or 96 proof.
I had 95 written down first, and I had scratched that one out.
Chelsey and Drew, you both said used casking. You're both going to take a point on that. It is used casking. You both said Scottish single malt. You both are going to take a point on that. It is a Scottish single malt. You kept your proofs the same, so no points on that one. Specific casking. You both landed one thing that's in this casking. However, there's 3 things in this casking. It's ex-bourbon, it's European oak, and it's sherry. So out of the 3, if you would have landed 2 of them, you would have got the point.
I think she got
So Drew, you would have had to add sherry. Chelsey, you would have had to add ex-bourbon or Euro or one of the 2. So no points there. Distillery, you both said Ardbeg. Chelsey, you said the NO. Drew, you said the 10-year. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. No points there. It is not an Ardbeg. It is actually Lamp Frog.
That was the other option. Yep.
And it's the Lefroy Glore. So this is one of their special bottlings, blending and fun stuff. Oy. Excuse me. So that ended up as a tie at 3-3, which puts us at a total
7-5.
7-5 in favor of Chelsey.
Great job.
Great job, both of you guys.
Great job.
These were actually very difficult samples. I know they seemed like at the beginning, they were kind of easy, but yeah, very obscure. On one of them, an American single malt that does present not very malty. And then
malt on that.
Then a peated scotch that could be any number of things.
Right. Right.
I thought about saying lamp frog just because I like saying lamp frog.
You know, realistically, as a meta guess, I have the same number of bottles of Lefroy as I have of Ardbeg. So, as a meta guess, either one of them could be good. Now, I do have an entire shelf of just Isla.
Yeah.
So it could be any one of those as well.
I even like did a little taste of the Lefroy like a couple of days ago just to like get my taste of it, and I was like, oh, this doesn't taste like that Lefroy. Of course.
Which one did you get? I forget now. Did you get the same one that I got? The warehouse one?
No, it was the sample that you sent.
Oh,
okay. Warehouse.
Lefroy.
From your last show. Okay.
Yeah, from the last show.
Some of their bottles are great, and some of them are just not good.
Yeah,
there are just some that I don't enjoy at all, but
Lefroy can be very dirty.
Yeah.
And some people really get put off by the like dirty mermaid, you know what I mean? I particularly like it when they're a little dirty, but I also like it when Lefroy does some really nice refined whiskey. So
how's their cash strength? Like the cash strength when they put out?
Fire. Absolute fire. I had batch 15, I think.
I saw it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was like, maybe.
All right. So that means, Chelsey, dear, you live on to go another day. Randall, if you're still here, I think you are. You just typed in. You're going to be going up against Chelsey. April 2nd, Chelsey. Is that
April 2nd?
Does that work for you?
It should be fine.
Okay.
And I will, as soon as we get off here, I will text you my new address that I'm moving into on Monday with Chase. So we'll.
Okay. All right. So perfect, because I haven't sent the April 2nd sample boxes out yet because I didn't know.
Yeah, I'll get that address to you right away then. Good deal. This was good.
Great
Wait a
job.
minute. What?
I had a feeling.
What did I miss? What's getting personal?
I think that was in reference to your Dirty Mermaid comment.
Okay, that makes sense. I like the Dirty Mermaid comment. I mean, you know, some people have described it as mermaid's bathwater. I just like it's a dirty mermaid, you know? I mean, I think mermaids are pretty dirty generally.
I mean, they're half fish, half woman.
Right.
They live in the ocean.
And they want to seduce men so they can.
That's a siren.
No, what do mermaids? Mermaids do something. Oh, they have to fall in love.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah,
fall.
never mind. That's not dirty.
Pretty sure since they're all make believe that
Thank you, Chelsey. I can make up whatever I want.
whatever works. That's right. Little Mermaid was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that said, March 26th, the Final Four starts.
Oh man, my mom is giving you guys shit.
Why am I getting?
Georgette, you do not want to talk about preferences with this group.
No,
That would lead down a
No.
road that you were
No.
not prepared for.
no.
Donald Rance is here. How you doing, Donald? So March 26th starts the Final Four of this season's show. Dylan, U.S. Small Craft, going up against the hero turned villain, Whiskey Deke. He was praised for beating Marshall, but now everybody's kind of after him. So I don't know how that's going to pan out, but that should be a fantastic show. As far as points go, Whiskey Deke in round 1 had 15. In round 2 had 12. In round 3 had 14. So what is that? 29, 47 points?
I can't do math that quick in my head.
47 points. U.S. Smallcraft, Dylan, in round 1 had 8. In round 2 had 10. And in round 3 had 6. So 14, 24 points. Chelsey, moving on to the Final Four. She had 7, 12, and now tonight she got another 7. So that is 26. And going up against the Whiskey Shaman, whose points are, where is he? 9, 7, so 16, and 10 is 26. So the points are kind of all over the board with Deke in the lead by a good chunk. Points don't mean anything. Samples mean the thing, but it is Whiskey Deke is showing some consistency with the mid-teens. So I don't know. It's anybody's game. Any predictions from the chat? Who's going to end up in the final?
Chelsey, just send Chelsey the scotches because she's good at it.
Chelsea's been pretty good at all of it, realistically. I mean, Drew, you've been really good at all of it too. You've done a good job. Yeah, Drew, you've done really good. I mean, 8, 9, and tonight you had 5. So yeah, it's
my limited Scotch experience is showing.
I think I just get lucky on the proof half the time.
God, you were so close on that one that you said 90. I'm like, oh.
And there were like I think 2 in here where I wrote something down and then scratched it out. So I just got to stop doing that.
So, and there's a little bit of game and playership here. If you use percent, you do get a bigger window.
Yeah, which I need to start. I'll do that next time. I hadn't even thought
You know
about
what I
that.
mean? And
Hadn't even thought about that.
I don't explain that a lot, but so obviously percent is half of proof. So if you say 45%, that's 90 proof. But if you say 90, 90 proof and it's 86, you're only off by 4 proof points, but you would only be off by 2 percentage points. So
yeah.
there is a definite advantage to using the percentage.
I'll do some math next time.
I do the math already here, so you guys, because I know it's sometimes like Marshall has sometimes used percentage in the generic and then proof in the specific, and I laugh at that, but I do the math here purposely, so in case you use either one, I know them.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. This is a good time as always.
It is a good time. All right, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining in. Bill Monteith, I am so glad that you joined us. I miss you, buddy. Glad to chat with you a little bit the other day, and I am really glad that you dropped in and checked out the Showdown. Donald, thanks for popping in. Everybody else in the chat that we went through roll call on, thank you guys for coming in. I do this for you. You make it worth it. And we're going to continue on. We're going to do season 3 yet too. We're going to change up a couple little things as far as picking the people, but we're going to do season 3. So if you're interested, please let me know and we will try to get you back in. That being said, Chelsey, Drew, what I'm going to do is if you made it into this round 3, you are going to get an automatic invite back. So if it is something that you just don't want to come back for, let me know. And then I will move somebody up from round 2. But if you do want to come back, let me know. You're absolutely invited back right away. And we're going to, the round, the remainder of who's left, we're going to try to get some, who do the people want to see in the first round and kind of go from there. Maybe we can get some people that everybody kind of wants to see on here. Like if we get 100 votes for such and such, we, make sure we get them in. So, but yeah, other than that, Drew, get some sleep. You look tired.
I'm always tired.
If anybody's interested, I'm sure there will be some kind of live thing happening on Instagram after the show. And until I better pour some whiskey. Oh, I do have whiskey in this glass. Good. Yeah, I almost forget every time. Until next week, March 26th. Cheers. And we will see you all then.
Bye.